So if we are live on YouTube, if you are watching there, take a minute or two, I guess, to stretch before we get started. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
General? Okay. Cool.
We introduce ourselves while we're getting moving a little bit.
That sounds good.
So I'm Kristen. I'll be one of the ballet instructors.
I'm Jack.
Oh. You can go ahead, Jackie.
Okay, I'm Jackie. I'm another one of the ballet instructors. I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Anita. I'm a Bharatanatyam instructor and I use she, hers.
I'm Anjali. I am one of the Bharatanatyam instructors and I also use she, her.
I'm Shruti and I'm one of the Bharatanatyam instructor and I also use she, her.
All right. Are we ready to get started with Bharatanatyam?
Let's do it.
Sure. So Anjali will take the way. Lead the way, I should say. You won't take away.
Okay, so the spotlight should be on me. So if you guys are in speaker view, you should be good. So we're going to start Bharatanatyam today. This is class 4, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to start with Namaskaram, which we start with every week. Again, this is an offering that we do at the beginning and end of class. This week we're going to actually just start and go through it. Again, we'll start with these hands. I'll start you off here. The rest try to follow along as best as you can. If this is your first class with us, feel free to try to follow along or watch some of the previous videos as well, or come and ask us questions any week. So we'll start with this. Again, pointer finger, middle finger connected to your thumb, ring finger, pinky up. Same on the other side. Pointer, middle, attached to thumb, ring, and pinky up. And we'll keep that around our chest level. Okay, we'll start. Talangu takadimi takatadeginatum takadimi takajanu 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 ta. Okay, good. So hopefully that went okay today. It was the first time that we kind of just ran through it. So we're going to start off with nade, which again means walking, basically. I'll quickly go over what you should be seeing. So I'll come back a little bit further back here so you can see my feet. And when you're walking, you want to keep them straight back, hands behind your back, no peeking out. You want a little bit of a bounce to your step. But you can kind of see I'm not just walking flat. That's not what you don't want to do that. You want to give a little bit of a bounce to your step. So you can kind of see that with my levels a little bit. And you're going to go heel to toe. So everybody find a corner of the room, anywhere that you want. I tend to go in a zigzag pattern, so I give myself enough room. If you'd like to move from the back straight forward, you can do that as well. And the beats we will be using, if this is the first time we're doing it, is taka, dimi, taka, janu. And you actually just heard that as well during Namaskaram. Okay, and again, you want to keep your hands behind your back. One tip we pointed out last week is you don't want to keep your shoulders too back where it almost feels like you're popping your chest out. You want to pull it from the back as if a string is pulling you up. Okay, so everyone get situated and we'll start in 3 seconds. Okay. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi, takajanu, takadimi. Okay, we will try that same exercise a little bit faster. I'm clapping to give you a little bit of a better beat to follow, but you still want to keep your hands behind your back. So that's the only one thing I'll be doing that's a little bit different than you. Okay, again, in 3, a little bit faster. Dadangu takadimi, takadadinginatum, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu. Takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, tak. Okay, good. So we're going a little bit faster today. We are going to move on to, these should all be getting your blood a little warm and to start moving around. We're going to start again with Arimandi and Mudamandi. Arimandi is to sit halfway, and Mudamandi is to sit fully. So you should now have Shruti pinned instead of myself, and you should hear my voice still. So Arimandi is, Shruti, if you want to just show that once, sitting like this. Again, remember, keep the back straight. You don't want to push the hips back. You want to keep that entire back straight. You don't want your pelvic or your hips being thrust at all. And you want your knees out, toes out. And there's a little bit of a gap between your heels. Very, very little, but it's at least, but I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly there. They don't have to be touching. The hands will be the same, which are behind your back. So we did this exercise last week, and we're going to say the same thing. So that same count, taka, dimi, taka, janu, we're going to use that to transition to each one, and then we're going to hold for 1 count. So it'll make a little bit more sense. We'll try it really slow once and follow along with what I'm saying and what you see Shruti doing and showing for us. If you feel confident enough, join in right away, or you may watch for one. Okay? So dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu. Hold. Takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu. Okay, good. That was 1 cycle. Everybody that I can see on video at least, that looked great. One thing is, you don't want those hands to slip down your back. So if you can see when Shruti holds her hands behind her back, so these are a little bit, these kinds of tips that I'm going to be giving right now are applicable for the next few things we do too. It's just a standard hand placement. You don't want those sliding down your hips. You want that kind of curve of the hand. There is, like, the elbow is bent, and you see that in her form. So if you feel the hands slipping, definitely pull them up a little bit. You should just comfortably rest on that mid-hip region. And then second, just a tip from last time, keep sitting. Again, if you think you're sitting enough, push a little bit further than that. It's just kind of a general rule of thumb to get you used to sitting down more, and especially it's easy to come up, right? You want to, in this exercise, when you use that hold, I count and you're going to hold it for a minute there, really try to keep that level. Okay, let's try it one more time. So, dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum takadimi takajanu 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 takadimi tam. Perfect. And one thing I forgot to mention, and we did discuss this last week. So Arimandi is that half sit, which is a very standard position. Mudamandi is all the way down to the floor. And again, to get to that position, all you're going to do is you don't move your feet. you just slowly let yourself down to the ground. Your feet shouldn't change the position, or they shouldn't move on the ground really. The heels just come up. And you kind of sit all the way down, which is a little bit different than ballet. And then the position we actually started in is called samam. So we've mentioned that term before. Just remember that samam, which is standing with your feet together, both toes straight and posture straight, is also one of the main positions that you may start things in. Okay, let's try it one more time, just a little bit faster. It might seem silly, but it's really just to get you moving a little bit more. Okay. Talangu taka dimi taka dadingina tom, taka dimi taka janu, 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 taka dimi taka janu. I'll try that one more time. Talangu taka dimi taka dadingina tom, taka dimi taka janu, 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 taka dimi tam. Good. Again, so this is an exercise that you can do at home. It's really just to get you comfortable with moving up and down. Okay, we are good with that. We are going to move on. You're going to keep, Shruti will keep herself pinned. And we're going to move on to Tattaravu. So Tata means to stamp. And this is the first Aravu that we have started. Again, as a reminder, Aravus are sets of steps. So Tattaravu altogether has a series within. And last week we did 1 and 2, and they're pretty similar to each other, which we'll go over in a second here. But as the weeks go on, once you learn, you know, number 1, number 2, number 3, you can do different sets and repetitions of them within. So that's kind of what Aravu means. So last week we started with 1. So just as a review, 1 starts with hands behind the back, again, that same standard position. You'll be sitting in Arimandi. Yep, and basically you're going to stamp on each side. You pick up the leg, so you want to lift the leg fully and nicely stamp, kind of with intent and purpose. And then also, because this is a right leg, left leg, left leg, you don't want to teeter-totter from side to side. So you want to keep your body pretty straight. And then, Anita, I will let you explain from here.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're going to go through Tattaravu. The first one. So that one, Shruti, if you just want to demonstrate, it's 1 strike on each leg. So it's tei, ha, tei. Perfect. So if you guys want to get an Arimandi, I'm just going to go slow and then we'll go to second speed. So I'm waiting to see. I think everybody's in Arimandi. Let me check. Okay, cool. Talangu taka dimi taka tadingine tom tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Good. Okay. So I'm going to just speed it up a little bit. Talang kutaka dikataka dingina tom tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Good. Okay. One thing I'm just going to say is when you lift up your leg, Shruti, if you just want to demonstrate again, when you lift up your leg, make sure that you're picking it up kind of fully. It isn't like kind of like a halfway sort of pickup. You're kind of bending your knee, but you're still maintaining that same sort of center. So just making sure to pick it up. Okay, perfect. So let's just move on to 2. So 2 is just, if Shruti, if you want to demonstrate again, it's just going 2 on one side. So it's just tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Yep, perfect. So if you want to get into Arimandi again, we'll start. So talang kutaka dikataka tadingina tom tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. Tei, ha, tei. they, ha, they, ha, they, ha, they, ha, they, ha, they. Good. Okay. So we're gonna speed that one up. So let's do that. Do you want to get into Arimandi? Talangku takadika takatadinginetom tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Again. Tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Tei ha tei. Good. So another general comment that I'm just going to bring to when you put your hands behind your back, also make sure that if you kind of take a look at Shruti, you can kind of see her forearm. Don't push your forearm in anymore. It's your wrist, kind of that wrist area that's resting on your back. So, all right. So now we're going to introduce the third Tata, which is the same in terms of you are now striking 3 times. So it'll be Te ha, tam. So Te ha, tam. Te ha, tam. So we will do that now. And any questions, feel free to comment or put it in the chat. But we're just gonna keep going here. All right. So talang kutakadika takatadinginetom, get into Arimandi. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Good. Okay. I think I jumped into second speed there. But you guys have done pretty well. Just
one general thing I was just going to quickly add in. If ever anybody who's watching either on Zoom or however it's transcribing to YouTube, if just know that you are striking your foot at the word. It sometimes could be off because one person is saying and one person is showing. So just to keep that in mind, when you're on your own, just try to practice by doing it on the word itself. If you're seeing that there's a discrepancy between the two. If not, then continue to follow exactly what Shruti and the words are together.
Perfect. Thanks, Anjali. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. So talang kutakadika takatadinginetom te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Again. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Te ha tam. Okay, perfect. Just a reminder to sit more. If your thighs are burning, that's good. Try to sit lower. So we're going to move on to the fourth Tata. And so this one is just, now you're going to be striking it 4 times on one side. So we're going to do te ha, te ha, te ha, te. Te ha, te ha, te ha, te. All right. I'm going to keep going on. So talang kutakadika takatadinginetom te ha, te ha, te ha, te. Te ha, te ha, te ha, te. Te ha, te ha, te ha, te. Te ha, say it lower again. Te ha, te ha, te ha, te. 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 Okay, good. You guys are doing great. So moving on then to the second speed, I'll just count off again. So talang kutakadika takatadinginatom te ha te ha te ha te 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 yeah te ha te ha te ha te te ha te ha te ha te te ha te ha te ha te te ha te ha te ha te. Great. All right. I think Anjali's coming over to make a comment.
Yes. So as I was dancing with Shruti, I thought about this too. So I usually typically ask myself like a set of a couple questions. So questions you should be asking yourself are, am I sitting enough? And Anita just reminded us that like in between even telling yourself sit down is really helpful. So thank you, Anita, for doing that. And then secondly, are my knees hurting? So your knees shouldn't be hurting. It should be mostly your quads and that thigh region. So if your knees are hurting, you know that something with your posture is correct. So keep that in mind as well. And then am I going from side to side? Am I like teetering from side to side? You should not be either. So those are like 3 questions that come to my mind right now, at least, that try to ask yourself as you're dancing. This is a very, very basic step, but it's really, really important to gain stamina with this type of step, and it'll be used for so many things in between, you know, later on when you're learning Bharatanatyam. So I think we are ready to do Namaskaram. Shruti or Anita, anything else that you guys want to go over?
No, I think you covered it. I think what Anjali, just to reiterate everything that she said, this is a very straightforward step, but it's to build and practice on those really basic that basic form. And so that way, when you move on to more advanced steps, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. We'll move on to Namaskaram, or do you want to do it one more time?
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
So if you find that you are teetering, what are some good ways to sort of over time practice so you aren't teetering as much?
Yeah, so it's really, really good to just be aware of it, right? Because then you know consciously. I mean, what's really hard, what I guess where you should really feel it, I guess I'm technically spotlighted already right now, is if you're really sitting, then it's kind of like you don't want to lift the weight too much. If you basically end up straightening up a little bit, that's when you move to side. And when your knees come in is when you move side to side. So by sitting and keeping your knees out a little bit more, plus really feeling it in this region. I mean, what basically prevents you from teetering side to side is really sitting and being grounded. And that means that when you almost lift your leg, the weight has to go right here. So it's really just gaining stamina in that region. Again, if you find yourself teetering a little bit, it's normal. I mean, again, to lift your foot to a certain degree, it has to be a little bit. It's just more if you notice yourself like really going from side to side, and that can happen most commonly in the faster speeds. We tend to lose our form there and, you know, kind of just pick up our feet and stand up a little bit more. Does that answer your question a little better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Maybe to add to that, it's a weight shift. Like the weight shift is natural, sort of like how when you saw Anjali was picking up her leg, it's more of just when your entire torso is moving to one side or the other. That's kind of when you should be. That's when you should be holding your. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. So. If no other questions, Shruti and Anita, you want to do anything else, or should we go to Namaskaram?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, for those who are new this week, we do Namaskaram at the beginning of class and at the end of class for the Bharatanatyam portion. So again, we'll start with that same, this hand and this hand. Again, these are hastas and mudras, which we will learn soon. We're getting through some other basic stuff first. We keep this at chest level. Get ready, everyone, give you a couple seconds. Okay. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum. takadimi, takajanu, 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 ta. Okay. That is it for this portion. So we will switch to ballet. Kristen and Jackie, who would you like to be pinned?
Jackie. If that's all right with you, Jackie.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, take it away.
Yeah, so ballet. So while we were doing Bharatanatyam previously, I was thinking about how awesome I think it is that we are pairing these two styles because there's so many similarities. And one of them is in the posture. So the posture for ballet is exactly what Anjali was talking about earlier, where we want to have our bottoms like tucked in, our rib cage knit together, our shoulders back, but not so far that it takes our rib cage out, and our shoulders dropped, and thinking about that string pulling you up from the top of your head, just like Anjali was saying. So it's the same for both styles. And we will start again today with plies. Almost always we start with plies. We'll go through a typical ballet bar progression and just get as far as we can. So Jackie right now has her arms in what's called preparatory. We start every exercise with our arms in preparatory. And she's touching her thumb to the first knuckle on her middle finger. And this is to train the hands, which eventually it will loosen. So just like a nice, relaxed, graceful, like rounded hand position. But for now, touch the thumb to that first knuckle on your middle finger. And Jackie is also standing in first position. So to get into first position, we're going to put our feet together in parallel, toes and heels together. And then we're quickly going to snap our toes out only as far as what is comfortable, keeping the heels together. So from first position, we will start with our plies today. For the preparation to get into the exercise, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On 7, you're going to bring your arms up to first. And on 8, you're going to bring your arms out to second. So as you can see, Jackie's elbow, wrist, and hands did not change. That entire movement came from her shoulders. And then at the end of the exercise, we return back down to preparatory with that same rounded position. So similarly to the reminder previously to squat lower, a common reminder in ballet is to keep your elbows up. Specifically in that second position, we don't want the elbows to droop down, even though that's what we want to do when we get tired. We want to work our muscles and keep the elbows up so that the shoulders are higher than the elbows, elbows higher than the wrists, wrists higher than the fingers. So we'll go ahead and do a basic plie exercise. If you're joining us for the first time today, I recommend you do this in 6th position with the toes and heels together. If you're feeling comfortable and wanting the challenge, go ahead and take it in first and then in second. Let's do maybe 4 demi-plies and then 1 grand plie. It's very similar to the Mudamandi and the Arimandi. The main difference with the grand plie is that we never sit. Again, if this is your first day, just stick with the demi-plie. And let's go ahead and try it. Take it away, Jackie.
Great. So we'll do 2 counts down, 2 counts up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll tendre to second, and we'll do the same thing. Again, if it's your first time, feel free to do it just in that 6th position and skip the grand plie, just keep doing demi-plies. And if you're not comfortable doing grand plies, but still want to do it in first position, you can just keep doing demi-plies. Okay, so we will start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi, 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendre to second. 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi, 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's tendre to first. Let's do it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendre to second. 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendre back to first. And breathe.
Sorry, I was in mute there for a second. Awesome. So now we will move on to Batma Tandu San, often referred to as Tandu. Is everything okay?
You're a little quiet. Can you come closer to the?
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So do Batma Tandu San, often referred to as a Tandu. Again, if this is your first time joining us, first or second, I highly recommend doing it in that parallel position. When I was taking beginner ballet, we did the first couple of weeks even only in that parallel position. And what that allows you to do is just focus on the foot as opposed to everything that comes along when we turn our feet out. Ballet, the goal is to have your feet as turned out as possible, is the eventual goal, but we want to take everything with kind of like step by step. So we'll do just a simple exercise with Batma Tandu San. We'll do, I think, like 4 on quad, just keep it simple. We're really wanting to show off that jewel that's on the heel of your foot.
And then can I just add something in really quick here? Shruti, can you just check one more time if Jackie is spotlighted? If you are there.
Yeah, I am there and she's spotlighted. I don't even see her.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to check. No worries. Okay, continue, please.
Okay, great. So we will do, we'll do out for 4 counts, in for 4 counts, out for 4 counts, in for 4 counts, out for 4 counts, in for 4 counts, out. In for 4 counts. So we'll do that front, side, back, side, and then we'll do the left side, front, side, back, side. As Kristen said, really focusing on showing that jewel right here on your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tandu 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget about your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your elbows up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe. Woo!
Woo! Awesome tricep workout for everyone keeping their arms up with their elbows high throughout all that. That was long. So next we'll do Battement Tendu Jeté. It's very similar to Battement Tendu San, but for this one the leg disengages from the floor. It's also often referred to as a dégagé, which means to disengage. So for this one, I want to break it apart into two pieces for a bit, and I think we can try the whole thing together. So let's do first the tendu. So we'll go into a Battement Tendu San. We'll pause there, and then we'll raise the leg off the floor to a 45-degree angle. When that leg raises, nothing in your body should move except for your hip raising your leg off of the floor. So for that to happen, it means that anytime you're doing a tendu, the weight should leave that working leg, the leg that's moving across the floor. Your weight cannot be in it, so that when you then do the dégagé, nothing has to change to bring it off the floor. A really common thing that I see when people are starting ballet and doing this, especially to the side, is they try to crank their leg so that your leg is in like the same line as the rest of your body. We don't want that right away, because what happens is we lose our turnout. So instead, we're going to bring the leg forward a tiny bit, which allows us to rotate the leg further and showing off that jewel even better. You can find this easily by, from your first position, the same like angle that your foot is at, you're going to follow that out to the Battement Tendu San, and then keep that same angle as it goes up into the jeté. Instead of trying to like crank it back too far and then we can't see the jewel on the heel of your foot. That's a really common thing I see, and a thing that makes it really hard. Because Jackie, go ahead and do like a full bat ma to the side. See how she's able to get her leg like past that kind of like waist level, where if the foot is turned out, can you do it? I mean, turned in, sorry, turned in, Jackie. See, the foot like gets stuck. Like if you keep your hips like in line, you literally can't bring the leg up higher, like even as high as your waist. And so we want to let it come forward a little bit, turn it out really well so that it can eventually come up even higher than your arm, like Jackie did just then. So let's do this Battement tendu jeté. Let's do it maybe a couple times, like broken down into those two individual pieces. And then let's go ahead and put it together just to try it. We'll try the whole thing going super smooth.
Okay, so why don't we do out 1, 2, hold 3, 4, raise it up to dégagé 5, 6, bring it, hold 7, 8, bring it down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it in 5, 6, hold 7, 8. We'll do that twice. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. And then we'll do 4 dégagés. So we'll just do 1, 2, or we'll do, 4 dégagés. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do that to the side. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. Do that twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do that back side, and then we'll do the last side, front side, back side, uncross. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out 1, 2, hold 3, 4, up 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, in 5, 6, hold 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dégagé. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side out. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dégagé out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6. Dégagé. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget your elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and breathe.
Ooh, I felt my core start to engage with all that, those fast tendu jetés. And that's exactly what we want. We want to feel this in our stomachs as well. So next we'll go on to do a piqué, a battement tendu piqué. So again, it's in the same family as the other exercises we've been doing. So a piqué means to prick or to poke. So we are going to extend the leg out into the battement tendu jeté position like we were just working on. And then a piqué is a quick prick on the ground, and then our leg shoots right back up to where it was before. So oftentimes these exercises are combined together. Like if you were to take a ballet class, you might do battement tendu jeté and battement tendu piqué at the same time. But we're going to go ahead and break it apart until we're further into the lesson. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. I highly recommend doing these exercises in socks. I cannot slide my foot along the floor the way you ought to be able to with my bare foot. It's like your foot is giving the floor a massage. And I truly don't think you can do it properly, especially when most of us are on carpet in our home without wearing socks or like a little leather ballet slipper. So I highly recommend getting something like that for this class. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just do a battement tendu piqué exercise. Maybe, Jackie, in between the sides, should we, my daughter just washed her hands. Should we kind of like take a moment and bring our hands back down to preparatory? Just to give our arms like a moment of a break in second position?
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
And that's very common with like what you would do in a ballet class anyway, because you would do the right side with the left hand on the bar, and then you'd spin around and you do the left side with the right arm on the bar, which if any of you can see Susie, that's what she's mimicking with the chair in her room. That's a little more typical, but since we don't have ballet bars in our homes, we can do it as if we were in center, or you can get a chair as well.
Okay, great. So let's do dégagé 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, close 7, 8. Dégagé 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, hold 7, close 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, prick 5, 6, close 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that twice around on the right side, and then we'll break. Quick, we'll redo our arms, and then we'll do it twice, front side, back side on the left. That'll kind of get us used to sort of switching from front to side a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, close 7, 8, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, close 7, 8, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, close 7, 8, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, prick 5, 6, front again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and close and breathe.
Nice. All right, we have just a couple of minutes left. I think it might be fun to do a quick port-de-bras.
Okay.
Since we've done a bit with the arms already. So I follow the Vaganova ballet pedagogy. So she outlined very specific port-de-bras, and port-de-bras means carriage of the arms. So there are things that we do to practice moving the arms. So the first Vaganova port-de-bras is relatively simple. We start with our hands in preparatory and then do the same preparation that we do for any exercise, where we bring them up to first and out to second. So it formally starts in second position. And from here, we keep our elbows up. Elbows up, everyone. You should feel like the back of your arm activate as opposed to the bicep. You feel your bicep getting tired, that tells you that your elbows are not up high enough. And then keeping them just as they are, we're going to lower our hands to preparatory. We're going to bring them up through first, up above our heads to third position. In third position, you want to be able to see just the tips of your fingers in the periphery of your vision. So without like looking up, you should be able to see your fingers a teeny tiny bit. And then we're going to pretend that they're going like around the globe into second position. And that's the end of the port-de-bras. Then from there, we bring them down to preparatory, same as we would with any exercise. So let's go ahead and do this a little faster. Do you want to give us some counts, Jackie?
Yep. So why don't we maybe do it 4 times? So if you notice, it does go in a loop. It goes in a loop because you start here and then you end here. So you can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe.
Ooh. All right, I think this is a good time then to do our reverence. So the reverence is done at the end of any ballet class. It's to show respect or reverence to anything greater than ourselves, like be it the studio or the dance form or what is important to you with it. And then afterwards we clap for each other.
So again, if you've been with us for the past few weeks, this should start getting more familiar. If this is your first time, welcome, and just follow along. We're going to start in B+, so your thighs are together, your knees are together, and then your foot's kind of behind you bent. And you're, again, showing that jewel, so you want your heel sort of pushing towards the ground. And then we're going to step out, bring our arms out, bring that leg behind, and we curtsy, and then we'll step out, bring the leg behind, and curtsy, and then we'll do the bows. So we put our legs in parallel, and we step out, dig this left foot, bring the arm up, and bow, and then we step out, keep the arm to the side, dig this foot, and bow.
So that's the end of ballet for today. I know we have a lot of people that are joining us on YouTube. And if you're comfortable, I highly recommend that you log into our Zoom class. I love that we're offering the YouTube option so that people can have like different times to do it. They can do it as they please. But it's really, really great to be able to see some students that we're working with. It gives me as an educator a lot of feedback of like, what do the participants need more of? Like, what have they accomplished and we should move on from quickly? So if you're able to make Wednesdays at 7 work and you'd be comfortable joining in with video, that would be awesome.
And you don't really see yourself at all. I confirm, I'm a student.
Yes. Yeah, and if you want, we can definitely give as much like individual feedback as people would like over Zoom. I have like gallery view set up on my television, so I can see like a little tiny video of every person that joins, so I can get a good idea of everyone's progress and what I can adjust about my teaching to better suit everyone's needs.
Yeah, and then also, if you are joining on YouTube and you do ask questions there, I happened to see one question today and just thought as a group of instructors, we'll try to maybe find a way that we can have one person maybe keep an eye on that while teaching a style so we can better address your questions there as well. That's an option too.
Yeah, what was the question? Do you see what it is?
It was a question for Bharatanatyam. The question was, is the foot flexed? And I think I saw it a little bit later, so I guess I can share the question here. I took it as is like the foot flexed when stamping. And basically there should be some form to the foot. It shouldn't be kind of loosey-goosey. So you should feel some form and a little bit of, you should feel a muscle there. I wouldn't say you have to really keep the toe flexed necessarily, but to lift the leg up properly without losing the form, your foot naturally flexes a little bit. So, that was more than I typed, but. Any questions from anybody on here? Well then, anybody like to do announcements? I can, okay. So as previous weeks as well, so on Thursdays we have choreo classes. So different instructors now have been teaching every week, which is really fun. Different songs, different languages. So definitely tune into that. We have 2 instructors tomorrow that we haven't seen in a while, so that'll be really fun. Come tune into that on the YouTube channel, and that's at 7 p.m. Correct, confirming. And Saturday mornings, we have a high interval training cardio Zumba style class. Definitely tune into that as well. Jackie, remind me on the time on that one.
Not sure. I think it's at 10:30 or 11 maybe.
Yeah, it's I think the past week on Independence Day, I think it's switched once, but definitely for an updated time, definitely check out the website, and just in general, the YouTube channel should have that information. And then on Sunday mornings, we have yoga. And that information as well is included in SAATH information. And then coming up, we have a really super cool, awesome event called Great Indian Dance Off, Gaido. So basically, this is something where you prepare 4 pieces that are each 30 seconds. So kind of a fast-paced type competition style. Of course, in COVID times right now, things are virtual, which makes the competition a little interesting and exciting because people can apply from and kind of, participate, from all over. And so I think the cash prize is $500, which is cool incentive as well. But more so than that, this event SAATH has been holding for quite a few years, and it's a lot of fun. And the rules are on SAATH's page as well, so definitely read up on that. But having seen and been in it before, it's a ton of fun, and I definitely recommend it if you feel like dancing and want something to do.
And I have the
skills you learned here in your dances.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah, and I think main requirements are it can be any style. So any style of dance that you want, but to a South Asian song. So definitely look at SAATH for more details on that if you are interested, but would definitely recommend it.
And
anything else I'm missing, guys?
Donate. If you're able to donate, please donate. SAATHMN.org/donate. And for information on Great Indian Dance Off, it's SAATHMN.org/GIDO.
Yeah, and also actually another point is, and I want to jump on this as well, SAATH has some really cool new merchandise that they have released over the past couple months. I myself am looking because I want to grab some things. So I've seen some cool things on there, and I'd encourage you guys to look at that as well. So
I was wearing some leggings last week if you want to go back and look.
Okay, I think we're at time now. Anything else?
Susie
Susie
had
has a
something.
question.
Susie, do you have a question?
Oh yeah.
The HIIT workout on Saturday is at 9.
Great.
Is it nice?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for adding that in.
Went to the website to double check so we had it found.
Yes, perfect. So something for every day of the week, but definitely ask us questions and check out SAATH's website, and they have all that information.
Awesome. Thank
Okay,
you guys.
thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. We see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.